All right, ladies and gents, about that time of the day, about that time of the week again. Happy Friday to you. And like I said before, not your average Friday. This is that Friday your mom warned you about here. We got Friday the 13th. For all you superstitious traders out there, welcome aboard. Hope you avoided those ladders and the black cats today. Before we get started with our review of our trading performance today in the live trade room with members and guests, I want to remind all the guests out there and the members, there is risk out there in these markets, guys. Got to be sure to use our trading plan every day. We can use that risk, we can manage that risk and produce a great reward, but we've got to be careful out there. There's risk out there in these markets, and we take a lot of pride in the fact that all of our members are given every tool they need to be successful at managing that risk. So before we get started, I want to remind everybody this morning that it's imperative that you speak to somebody you trust regarding your risk capital. Okay, before you go jumping into live trades, make sure you're using our trading plan. Make sure you've attended our live trainings. Make sure you've received all of the entry, exit, trade management strategies that we use. And make sure that you guys are confident, right? Because going forward now, it's so easy to make a couple mistakes when you first begin your learning process that can really slow things down. When I first began trading, nobody gave me these resources. I had to learn everything on my own. It was all trial and error. You don't have to deal with that same risk. You don't have to deal with that same environment. Okay, you have the luxury of having somebody who's already done this for you. So use me. Okay, be careful out there. Now, we had a great day this morning. We've had a great week. I mean, our week has been huge this week. Looking back at our week this week, as you can see here, just a big week. We got about $1,200 today, $1,000 yesterday, $2,000 on Wednesday, $600 on Tuesday, and of course, we had Monday off, right, for the holiday. So we got 60 ticks, 190 ticks, right? That's what? 250, 350, 450, right about 450 ticks this week. Of course, being over $4,500 here in this trade room. And these trades are called live in real time. Our members are trained how to take them with me. If you're a guest, you're witnessing here how we prepare every day for these trades and how we then execute our plan with confidence. All right, let's keep this going here. We got 3 clues this morning. It's a Friday morning. Friday morning, what do we always say? First things first, get our head on straight, right? The first clue we got this morning, now forget the fact that it's actually Friday the 13th. We joke around by saying it's Friday the 13th. I really don't think that had anything to do with any trading this weekend, this morning. But, the big thing is that we know on Friday the 13th, it's a Friday. Okay, I don't think we got any superstitious traders out there making trading decisions based on black cats or broken mirrors. But I do know that Friday morning tells me to get in early and get out early. A Friday morning is very specific. The same reasons why you and I want to get our weekend started is the same reason why Friday mornings are going to fall asleep right after about 10:30 in the morning. And we always talk about the fact that you've got to have a really good reason to be trading after 11 o'clock on a Friday. So the first clue we got this morning was from our news. We know it was a Friday, so we knew get in early. Be selective because we'll have those windows of opportunity on a Friday. Fridays are very specific, like I said. Very specific type of personality to a Friday. You're not going to trade until 12 o'clock on a Friday. You're also not going to see consistent price action every tick of the market on a Friday. There are going to be times when it's very slow, but stick around, it'll pick back up. So you'll go 20 or 30 minutes of good price action, 20 or 30 minutes of very sloppy price action, back to good price action, back to bad price action. So these windows of opportunity will keep opening and closing on a Friday for us. We also knew we had 830 consumer price index and 955 consumer sentiment. So we knew that this was going to be our window. And we speculated and said that until about 10:30, we should have plenty of opportunity this morning. And wouldn't you know it, that's exactly what happened. So our first clue, it's a Friday. It's a Friday with news at 8:30 and 10 o'clock. So after 10:30, we should be done, right? We should be done. And if you go back and look at my results, you'll notice after 10:30, we really were done. We had one trade after 10:30 this morning. That's it. We picked up at 10:30 this morning. We picked up on that market personality changing quickly. It was a great example of how we planned to look for market personality clues after 10:30. And then right at 10:30, we saw it happen. We saw the clues come in, slowing speed, dollar wasn't moving higher the way it was before. We knew right away the personality was changing. And when we saw that, we instantly moved into capital preservation mode and kept our money in our account. That way, on Monday when I come back, I'm still riding high on the confidence that we made the money on Friday morning. First clue was the news. Second clue, let's head over now to another monitor here, and let me show you what our second clue was this morning. Now, the second clue came in the form of a chart and the heat map. Now, if you recall, the morning prep this morning, do you remember the morning prep? Remember that morning prep? That's right. We don't just post the morning prep for fun. We post that morning prep so you can use it. So here's my morning prep. And on the morning prep this morning, what do we see?